guys, it's Stephanie from My Porch Prints. Welcome back. Today we're going to be making these wonder windows, and this is just a fun little dimensional project that you can create, and you can use it as part of your journal, or you can mail it as happy mail. You can see it folds flat for mailing, and we have a bunch of different varieties. We've got this greenhouse one, and we've got this kind of dark academia style one. And so we're gonna go ahead and put one of these together. So to begin with, I cut everything out. I used my CRICUT to cut this, and if you wanna know how to use CRICUT to fussy cut, we'll put a link for that down below for that tutorial. But I went ahead and cut all the pieces out. And to begin with, I'm going to start with these accordion fold pieces. These are the pieces that will go on the side of the little window. And so to start with, we're just gonna fold this in half. And then we're gonna go ahead and just glue that. And I folded this one in half as well. And we're gonna glue that together. And I should probably mention, I printed these accordion fold pieces on paper, but everything else is printed on cardstock. And that's just because we're gonna want a little flexibility on these sides, so the paper makes it easier to fold. And then we're gonna want to fold these on the lines here. And to do that, I'm gonna go ahead and score mine. You don't have to use a scoreboard. You can try just folding on the lines. It may be a little bit harder to keep it even. That's why I like to score mine. And if you're wondering how to get a scoreboard or any of the other supplies that we use, you can check out our link down below to our Amazon influencer shop. It has a lot of the craft supplies that we use. That'll be in the video description. Okay, and then once we have these scored, we can go ahead and start folding. And we're just gonna fold forward and backward like a fan or an accordion. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just really crease mine to get that fold good and tight. There we go. We'll repeat that for the other one as well. And you can see I folded away from this blue side. We have kind of a light side and a blue side. I folded away from it with this first fold, you know, instead of towards it. And so I just want to make sure that I do that with this side as well. Okay, and then I'm going to set those aside for a minute. And we're going to take a look at our arches. So these kits come with arches, and this is the back of the piece. So we're gonna set that aside for a moment. And then you can see the arches go from like biggest to smallest. They shrink as you go backwards. So I'm going to take this one, this one, this one, and I'm gonna start with the large arch that has the biggest opening in the center. And what I'm going to do is kind of lay out my fussy cuts for decorating. And before I get started, I'd like to mention the greenhouse kit comes with a window arch that goes inside of it. So I don't want you to be confused about that if you have this kit. And I may add a window to other ones, it's hard to say, but I really liked the idea of a window in a greenhouse, so I added that into that kit. But for the other kits, shouldn't have a window, or at least not so far. And if I design one later, there might be, but for now we don't. So what we're gonna do is just decide our layout. So we've got our little kind of banner that goes across the front. And then we've got a lot of little fussy cuts that you can use. You have an endless amount of possibilities here. You can make it as simple or as complicated as you want. So I would say just experiment a little, kind of get an idea of what you want your very front of your item to look like. So like on the greenhouse one, you can see I added a bunch of florals to the front. And we'll probably do something similar here with the garden. Okay, and once you have a layout you like for this front piece, we can glue it down. And I want to give this piece a little dimension, so I'm going to get some mounting tape to put behind it. Okay, so our first arch is finished and we can take a look at our next arch. So don't forget, this is the actual back of the first arch and we're gonna put that on later. So I'm gonna set that aside, make sure I don't glue on that. And then I'm gonna grab the second arch. And this one, we can actually glue the back on first. So we'll go ahead and glue the back onto our second arch. And what we can do is start layering. So I'm going to put this here to kind of get an idea of what my layers will look like before I start gluing things onto this second arch. So I see there's a little opening down here at the bottom. That might be where I want to add another little critter, you know, sleeping down there, or some other little item. Might be a good thing to put down here. So I can kind of see where it's going to land by lining up my arches. And I want it to land maybe just over to the side a little bit. So I'll glue that there. Before it's completely dry, I can play around with the layout a little bit, just to see if I have it where I want it. And when you do this second arch, I should tell you, it's okay on the first arch to kind of go outside the arch part of it, you know, let things hang off the edges. This one, you don't want to do that because it has to fit into the accordion on the side. So let me show you. It has to fit inside here, right? And slide in. So you don't want anything hanging off the edges. You can have stuff hanging off the top, but not the sides. So keep everything kind of inside. Don't let it hang off the bottom either when you're doing the next arch. Okay, I'm gonna leave that for now, and then we're gonna move on to our third arch. And again, we're gonna just glue the front and back together. And then again, we're just going to check our layers and see what would look nice behind here. I think I'm gonna add some books and Mr. Hedgehog back there. Now I can add my last arch. Again, we're gonna glue the front and back. Okay. And we have some extra pieces here we can always add on later. I might add some of these florals just to the top of this, just to give it some interest. Or maybe even onto the back piece. Haven't decided yet, but I'll leave that for just a little bit later. Okay, so now that we have our arches, we're gonna set aside the middle arches and we're gonna go grab this back arch. What we're going to do is get our accordion pieces and we're going to glue them into our back arch. And we're gonna use these little brown tabs on the end to do that. And so I'm going to just attach this inside of here and then we're gonna make a little sandwich and we're gonna cover that piece up. So apply a little glue. Okay, so same thing over here. Apply some glue. And you want to make sure these are going the same direction. So that, remember when we folded them away from the blue side? That's because we want them both to be going the same way. So we've got our light side here, and that means our blue side is on the back. So that when we assemble this, the blue side is what you'll see from the outside. That'll be our outside of this. And this will make more sense when we bring the whole thing together. Make sure everything's aligned, that it looks good from the back. Okay, so now we've got our back glued onto the accordion sides, just like this. And we're going to go get our front and glue it on. was our front pieces. And this is the back of the front. And we're going to glue it to our sides of our accordion. So if you smash these up like this, we're going to glue it onto here and here, just on the back of that, like this. Okay, so if that makes sense to you, we'll go ahead and pull this side open and we'll glue it on right here. I know this is just a tiny bit tricky. Hopefully you can visualize it once we get it all done and kind of see how it works at the end here. So again, line it up with the bottom and the side, just like that. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Fold this flat, and this will go kind of behind here, just like this. And then pull these apart. This is our front piece, and we're going to put it right on the front like this. So I'm going to apply glue just to the, here I'll use this piece, just to the arch, not the decorative pieces. Make sure everything's lined up. Okay, so now we've got our wonder window almost assembled, you can see. We just need to slide our cards into place. So you take number 1, put it in between, let me see if I can show you, in between these two, these first folds right here. And then the next piece goes in these folds. And the last piece goes in these last 2 folds right here. And you'll want to kind of squish it together, get it kind of shaped into place. And there we go. Whoop. And these will slide out. And one solution for that is to glue them into place, which I did do with this one. So they don't slide out when I move it. But you can see this one's a little more compact than the others. It's a little bit tighter fold because it's glued together, which is fine. I think it looks nice, I like it. And it still, you know, squishes flat for mailing. So it's up to you if you want to glue them in or not. But if you do, you can, whoops, it's kind of hard to do that direction. You can apply glue just to this back, like bottom half of your arch, just right here and right here. And then when you slide it in to its spot, make sure you have it in the right spot and hold it tight and just kind of hold it until the glue dries there. And then repeat that for the other cards. But there you go, there's our garden wonder window. And like I said, there's lots of options to decorate it even more. You can add more florals, more layers, or, you know, less if you want. It's really up to you how you want it to look when you're finished. And I think it's just a sweet little, you know, fun project. And you can use it in a journal or on a journal cover if you want to. Otherwise, you can use it as just a fun little, you know, project, or you can use it for happy mail because it does squish flat, makes it easy to mail. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us for this project. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to our channel and let us know what other wonder windows you would like to see in our shop with the comments down below. And we will see you guys next time. Thanks, bye.